Hey everyone, my name is Jacob. Today I have an Apple HomePod here and an Amazon Echo here, and we're gonna make them butt heads and we're gonna see which one's better. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna test out the speaker quality of the Apple HomePod against some of Amazon Alexa devices. So we're gonna test it against the second generation Echo, the Echo Plus, and just for fun, an Echo Dot. Now, I already know who's gonna win. The HomePod's gonna win. It was designed for sound, but I just wanna see how much better it is than the Amazon Alexa devices. Now, all the devices are gonna be the same volume level, which is 80%. So it's not gonna be all the way high and it's not gonna be way too low. It's gonna be almost the top, but not as much, so you can hear what the volume is for all of them. And the microphone's gonna be the same distance, same position, everything's gonna be the same, so I'm not making this sound any better. This is exactly what it sounds like. Let's go. There's no way to actually replicate what the HomePod sounds like because you're listening to it from a phone, from a tablet, from a computer, and my microphone can't pick up everything that is happening with the HomePod. But let me just tell you, it sounds amazing. So even with it not being able to pick up everything that the HomePod's doing, the HomePod still sounds better than the Amazon Alexa devices. The volume was about the same, give or take maybe, but except for the Echo Dot, but it was pretty close, the volume was. The sound was just completely different and it sounded really, really good, even through the video. And I just actually listened to it, just what you saw, I just listened to, just so I could have an actual opinion on it, and it sounds really good. But I wish there was a way that I could like teleport y'all here so that you can hear the HomePod for yourself, because my microphone does not do it justice. It sounds amazing, let me tell you. It sounds so good. The bass is just, it's crazy. And I'm gonna have a video about that later this week, so be sure to subscribe if you wanna see a video about the HomePod sound. Apple said that the HomePod would literally be able to rock the house, and that's what it does. It literally rocks the house. So you can be a couple feet away from the HomePod, touch the table, it's shaking, the chair is shaking, it rocks the house, it's amazing. But away from music, we're gonna be talking about that, like I said, in a later video. Now let's try these two as a personal assistant, ask you some questions. All right, let's start off with something really easy. Let's just ask, what time is it? Hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 3:09 p.m.
Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 3:09 p.m.
So I feel like the HomePod responded a little bit faster, but not by much. But we'll see again. Let's try something else really easy. Hey Siri, hello.
Hi there.
Alexa, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of the same distance. I don't know if this is just in my head, but I feel like the Echo takes a little bit longer to respond. I feel like it waits a little bit longer for something else that I'm gonna say, while the HomePod just, like, as soon as it hears me is done speaking, it just cuts off and then it responds. I don't really know, that might just be in my head though. So we're gonna try two things really quick. Facts and context. So basically, I'm gonna ask both of them, who was George Washington, and then after that, I'm gonna say, when was he born? So they're going to need to know that I'm talking about George Washington from the previous question. So we'll see basically the same thing. All right, let's start with Alexa first. Alexa, who was George Washington?
George Washington was an American statesman and soldier who served as the first president of the United States from 1789 to 1797 and was one of the founding fathers of the United States.
Alexa, when was he born?
George Washington was born on February 22nd, 1732.
Hey Siri, who was George Washington?
George Washington was an American statesman and soldier who served as the first president of the United States from 1789 to 1797 and was one of the founding fathers of the United States. That was from Wikipedia. Would you like to hear more?
No. Hey Siri, when was he born?
George Washington was born February 22nd, 1732.
Okay, so basically, they can both understand context. She understood that I was asking, when was George Washington born, by just saying he, because I was talking about a previous statement. So that's really cool. I was a little bit worried about the HomePod not understanding that. Hey Siri, what is 1 million divided by 4 times 3 minus 2?
1 million divided by 4 times 3 minus 2 is 749,998.
Okay, I don't remember. I think, Alexa, what is 4 million divided by 3 times 2 minus 4? I don't remember what I said.
4 million divided by 3 times 2 minus 4 is 2.67 million. Did that answer your question?
Yes. So let's get to the humor side. Siri isn't known really to be funny. Alexa can tell jokes, so let's see. Alexa, tell me a joke.
What did the bus driver say to the chatty chimpanzee? If monkey talks, then monkey walks.
Hey Siri, tell me a joke.
I don't think you'd understand a joke in my language. They're not so funny.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, she's probably trying to save us from that horribleness. So she can't say a joke, which, I mean, Alexa's jokes are pretty horrible. Alexa, what do you think about Siri?
I like all AIs.
Hey Siri, what do you think about Alexa?
I think the acquisition of information and intelligence by human beings through virtual assistants is a very good thing.
What about home control? Alexa, turn off my set.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on my set.
Okay.
Hey Siri, turn off my set.
Sorry, I didn't understand that home action. Can you say it differently?
So if you had a HomeKit enabled device, that would work perfectly, just like Alexa. It's actually a lot faster. But Apple is very strict about what their devices can use. They have to be HomeKit enabled. Amazon does not make it as difficult for developers to put Alexa control inside of their devices. Apple makes it a lot more difficult, so a lot of the devices that can be controlled through smart home won't work with Siri. HomeKit devices are normally more expensive than normal smart home devices that can be controlled with Google Home or Alexa. That is something to keep in mind, that if you have a budget while building a smart home, Alexa is probably the way to go because a lot of the things are a lot cheaper. But if you're wanting a lot better control, you might want to go with the HomePod because HomeKit is absolutely amazing, especially if you have an iPhone. That just reminded me, if you do not have an iPhone, the HomePod will not work for you. It is not a Bluetooth speaker. You cannot connect your Android phone to it. The Amazon Echo, you can. So one of the main things between the HomePod and the Echo or the Alexa devices is that Alexa can work with skills. And that is a really big thing because she can do almost anything. The HomePod can't really do a lot of things as a smart assistant, like I said. So who wins this battle? It really depends on what you're buying one of these things for. If you're wanting a smart assistant, definitely go with one of the Alexa devices because, like I said, the skill library is packed full with tons of stuff that you can do. It's a great home assistant and it works perfectly. But if you're wanting for music, which is the main reason that I use one of these things, I would definitely go for the HomePod. If you don't care that much about calling an Uber or ordering pizza or ordering Starbucks or something from your smart device, if you don't care that much about it, I would definitely say the HomePod. The HomePod sounds so good. Like I showed you, they can both answer questions, do math, stuff like that. But the Echo can do a lot more. So like I said, it matters on what you want. If you want sound, HomePod. If you want a smart assistant, Echo. Or any other Alexa device. So yeah, that is the HomePod versus the Amazon Echo or Alexa devices. Tell me who you think should win in the comments below, and I would love to see that. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe because I'm gonna have more videos about the HomePod, maybe comparing it to a Google Home and other stuff in the future, maybe even this week. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter because you're gonna see more of the HomePod and Alexa there as well. It's just at iFunnyVlogger. Alright everyone, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.